Shalom. Shalom and welcome. This is Yashar'al, Living Orders and Commands. It is a series of end-time messages that I, Symmanayah, have been called to present before an awakening nation. Though I know without a doubt it is not about me, O Yashar'al. It is about lifting up Yahushua Mashiach and watching him draw all men to himself. It is about witnessing the power of the Most High, set-apart Spirit working in us, through us, one towards another, and building up the body to reflect the life that is ordered by the Almighty Father. With that said, this segment is entitled Belief or Denial. My brothers and sisters, there is no doubt that one of the most critical factors that we are wrestling with is discerning the words of the Spirit of Yahushua and embracing belief versus denial. Belief or denial is the name of this segment. My brothers and sisters, end times are here and we are closer to the physical return of Yahushua Messiah more than we've ever recognized. Our mothers and fathers long ago, with many others, have mentioned the words last days. Yes, many of us have heard the words, we are in the last days, for decades. There have been much talk about a pre-tribulation rapture, of which many erroneously believed that the children of Yahuwah will be snatched up and avoid the great tribulation. It is a teaching that is among those who are of the Christian beliefs. It is erroneous. It is wicked, to say the least. It has been sensationalized that we will be raptured, that those who are saved will be raptured. And as people come into the truth, as we are awakened by the life in the scriptures, we are coming to know that that teaching is erroneous. That the very name that the heathen had placed on us to hide the name of Yahuwah is dwindling, is decaying, is being removed among those who truly pursue righteousness. Yes, my brothers and sisters, in times past we were asleep, not knowing our true identity, not knowing we are the children of Yahuwah, who are described in the scriptures as Hebrews, Abrim. In times past, we who are Hebrews, we who are Abrim by race, were hidden from our true identities. In times past, we who are Hebrews, who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, those among us who are made one by Yahushua Messiah, together as Yashar'al, grafted together, we who are indeed true Yashar'al were hidden from our true identities. We who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father embrace his word, manifest in the flesh in the person of Yahushua, and embrace that he sent his set-apart Spirit in Yahushua's name, have come to realize much regarding end-time prophecies, our identities, our worship, our obedience. We have come to accept that Gentiles, Goyim, who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father Yahuwah, through Yahushua Mashiach, are indeed engrafted into the body, into the family of true Yashar'al, true Hebrews, Abrim, by race. We receive the Gentiles who are grafted into our body and made one with us under one banner. That banner is Yashar'al. We have come to know the true children of Yahuwah, who seek to do his will, who are made alive by Yahushua Mashiach. We have come to embrace the realities that all that is commanded of the Most High is being made known and clear to us. I present to you, O family, who seek to do the will of the Almighty Yahuwah, who indeed know that it is Yahuwah who manifests himself in the person of Yahushua and sent his set-apart Spirit in Yahushua's name. I present to you in belief and escaping denial. Know this, unity comes for Yashar'al. Unity comes for true Yashar'al, who is able to be aware and witness the life in the passage that reads as follows, Romans 9:6 and 9:7. However, it is not as though the word of the Almighty One has failed, for they are not all Yashar'al who are of Yashar'al. You see, by race, Yashar'al must be identified, But even beyond that, those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, this is true Yashar'al. This is the obedient Yashar'al. Romans 9:7 reads, neither are they all children because they are the seed of Abraham, but in Yitzhak our seed shall be called. As end times emerge before our very eyes, many of us are coming to the realization that we are close to a final exodus mentioned in scriptures since the days of old. Many of us are awakening to realize that we will be participants of that final exodus. We are coming to realize that we'll be participants of the final exodus that will also witness a great falling away. We will witness individuals who will fall away and not participate for many reasons. They will be overtaken with denial. We are coming to accept the physical return of Yahushua Mashiach is near. Trying times are indeed ahead. One of our biggest challenges is dealing with belief, embracing belief, or battling denial. Yes, denial on many fronts. Erroneously denying what is true and denying what is true and responding to it. Belief or denial. What is your position? And are we understanding what is necessary? My brothers and sisters, global warming and climate change have ushered in the warnings of man's total extinction in the coming years. While many may be in denial and unaware, there are indeed words circulating. Words circulating such as tipping point, peak level, point of no return, extinction level events, and more that are describing the impending extinction of man. Do not be alarmed, my brothers and sisters, whether I say extinction of man or whether I say the time to put off the corruptible and put on the incorruptible. For remember, my brothers and sisters, it is written in scriptures that the time will come where these earthen vessels will return to the dust in which they have come. Who is aware of John 3:2? It said, beloved ones, now we are the children of the Almighty One, and it has not yet been revealed what we shall be, but we know that when he is revealed, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Who is able to discern the life in 1 Corinthians 15:51 through 54? It reads as follows. See, I speak a secret to you. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible has to put on incorruption, and this mortal to put on immortality. And when this corruptible has put on incorruption, and this mortal has put on immortality, then shall come to be the word that has been written. Death is swallowed up in overcoming. I ask you, my brothers and sisters, do these words describe the total extinction of man as we know it in these earthen vessels? Indeed, they do. Let me present something else to you. Whether we believe, whether we embrace the belief of what is true or face denial, it will not stop what is written. Let me bring your attention to Revelation 6:8. And I looked and saw a pale horse, and he who sat on it had the name Death, and the grave followed with him. And authority was given to them over a fourth of the earth to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and by the beasts of the earth. This will occur, my brothers and sisters, while Yashar'al is at a set apart place, at a set apart mountain, waiting the physical return of Yahushua Messiah. This describes much death and destruction. Revelation 9:18 says a third of mankind was killed by these three plagues, by the fire and the smoke and the sulfur which came out of their mouths. Do you, O Yashar'al, do you think the death and destruction described in Revelation occurs after the physical return of Yahushua, our Messiah? No, this will happen during the Great Tribulation, and Yashar'al that is gathered from the four corners of the earth will be in a safe place. Structured, disciplined, worshiping and obeying, rejoicing in Yahushua Messiah, witnessing, growing in unity and maturity and set apartness. I submit to you all that is regarding the great tribulation will come to be in our lifetime. I submit to you, Yashar'al will be known as the children of obedience, and we will be in a safe place. That place where we will be gathered from the four corners of the earth, that place that will be in the region known as Mount Sinai, currently called Jabal al-Lawz, in the northwest quadrant of what is now known as Saudi Arabia. Do not be alarmed, for the power and might of the Almighty Father will bring his children to that safe place to await the physical return of Yahushua Messiah. I am compelled to believe that the Spirit of Yahushua has revealed to me and others what is to come in the emerging days. Listen carefully, O Yashar'al. Conditions on this planet are reaching thresholds where man cannot continue to survive. Believe it or not, from a natural perspective, we have threatened, destroyed, and are destroying the very fresh air we breathe through our greed and wickedness, through the trash and the pollutants that have caused global warming. We are witnessing CO2 and methane gas infiltrate our atmosphere at levels unprecedented, at levels never before witnessed in man's existence. Fresh water is depleting. We're running out of fresh water. We have reached peak levels for fresh water, and soon we will see people frantically run to and fro looking for fresh air, fresh water, food, and a safe place to live. There will be forced migration, as I have mentioned in times past. But we, O Yashar'al, will be gathered from the four corners of the earth. We will discover something amazing, something phenomenal, a promise that is kept by the Almighty Father. All evidence point to every one of these conditions being threatened. Fresh air, fresh water, food, and a safe place. They are being threatened by the greed of man. They are being threatened because we have literally destroyed this planet and cannot continue to survive on it. There is no solution in sight from man's perspective. From all perspectives that are practical and natural, the only solution is the plan of the Most High. If you search the scriptures, it describes a time of utter destruction, a time of a new heaven and a new earth. Many fail to realize and discern what this means, for they have taken scriptures out of context, which they believe when it talks about the earth will never be destroyed. Is it talking about the surface of the earth, the part where life exists that will never be destroyed? Will the surface of the earth be renewed? I believe it would. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. There are scriptures that may appear to conflict, but when we seek the life in them, they are made clear as the Spirit of Yahushua made known to us. My brothers and sisters, there is much work ahead of the children of Yahuwah. Work with many details, with many tasks to accomplish. I believe all those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, who are called by his name, who embrace Yahushua as Mashiach. If we look around, we will come to realize we are indeed being refined and disciplined. We are being prepared for the task at hand. I'm compelled to believe we have entered into what I am strongly persuaded to call the Amos sequence. I invite you to read Amos 4th chapter, verses 6 through 13, and know that we have reached the point to prepare to meet our Maker. My brothers and sisters, we have been sealed already. Though most of us do not know what it means to be sealed in our foreheads as described in the 7th chapter of Revelation, I submit to you it has been accomplished. Pray, my brothers and sisters. There are many of us who will struggle with understanding, embracing the belief that we have been sealed according to what is written in scriptures. There are many of us who are dull of hearing. Our vision is clouded, and we cannot believe that we have reached that point where we are sealed in our foreheads as described in the 7th chapter of Revelation. But look around. Look at global warming and climate change. When you hear words like point of no return, tipping point, peak levels, no solution in sight. When you read and see and witness that the earth has been harmed in many ways due to pollution that is causing a rise in methane gas levels, that is contributing due to our massive use of fossil fuels, due to chemicals, due to our neglect of the planet. When you witness radiation spewed into the Pacific Ocean for over 4 years now, and you see articles of individuals with their testimonies that the Pacific Ocean is dead, that it is dying, that it have dead zones. When you read about chemical waste and radioactive waste in barrels that are corroding and leaking into our seas. When you read about deforestation among the major forests across the face of the earth, where trees have been removed. When you read about the things that cause a planet to die with no solution in sight, I ask you, have the earth, the sea, and the trees been harmed? Let me read Revelation 7:3-4. It says, do not harm the earth, nor the sea, nor the trees, until we have sealed the servants of our Almighty One upon their foreheads. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000, sealed out of all the tribes of the children of Yashar'al. My brothers and sisters, though I did not read the entire 7th chapter of Revelation, know this, there are many others. For in the 7th chapter it speaks of a great multitude, a great number of individuals from many nations, kindreds, tribes, and tongues. And I submit to you, though it says a great number, when compared to the world population of over 7.2 billion, that great number is a remnant. So this is how you can have a great number and yet have a remnant, is when you compare it to the total world population. I submit to you that we together, grafted together as one, both Hebrews and Gentiles, both Abrim and Goyim, other nations, who are grafted together as one family under the banner of Yashar'al by Yahushua Mashiach, we will come to realize we have indeed been sealed in our forehead, and we have reached a point in end times where there are tasks expected of us to reflect the fulfillment of the promise of the Most High. Belief and denial are two words that we wrestle with, but there will be a rise in discerning what is right. Search the news. Seek out, my brothers and sisters. Seek out those who are awake and able to clearly see that the earth, the sea, and the trees have been harmed beyond repair, and know that there is much expected of us. Our greed, the greed of man, polluted the earth, destroyed the trees, and have harmed the seas. Many are unaware of the condition of this planet, but soon and very soon there will be a response from the Almighty Father. He will avenge our destruction of this planet. He will avenge those who have faced death, the death of the innocents. For it is written, vengeance is mine, saith the Most High. He will discipline us who are his children. Listen, O believer of truth. It is time to embrace the belief that we have reached end times. We are in a moment where it is necessary to escape denial. We cannot, nor do we have the power to alter the plans of the schedule of the Most High Father. Soon and very soon, those who wrestle with belief will come to recognize the proof that is necessary to believe that we have entered into end times. Denial will not have a place among the obedient, for the Father, the Almighty One, has promised to discipline us, to refine us, to make his word alive within us. What are you doing to discern the belief that is necessary for fulfilling the task ahead? Come away from denial, O Yashar'al. I urge each of us to begin discussing the many convictions and living orders we believe we are receiving. Let us try the Spirit. Let us prove the Spirit. Let us seek wise counsel. Let us begin to discuss and ask questions among one another. Let us remember John 4:1, which reads, "Beloved ones, do not believe every spirit, but prove the spirits whether they are of the Almighty One, because many false prophets have gone out into the world." Let us, O Yashar'al, let us not mislabel the obedient of Yahushua. Let us not bear false witness of those who are following the orders from the Spirit of Yahushua. For there are many who have been falsely accused and mislabeled. Know this, my brothers and sisters, the Almighty One, Yahuwah, knows our hearts and the very intent of our spirit. Know this, my brothers and sisters, things as we know it will pass, and soon and very soon our redemption will come. I pray, O Yashar'al, that we are able to grow in discernment and respond with accuracy to the coming task, the task that we are now receiving, the orders we are now receiving, and more to come. I pray that we find comfort and understanding why things must become extremely humbling in the coming of days. Yes, belief or denial, two things that we will come to know how to put in their proper perspective. What is your position, O listener to these words? What is your position regarding your pursuit of set apartness? I cannot stress enough, in all that is about to happen, unity comes for Yashar'al. Unity comes for Yashar'al. I want to take a moment to salute your patience and tolerance, as well as your pursuit of set apart words. I salute you, yes you, O individual who are listening to these words. I salute you, I salute Yashar'al. For we have found favor by the Most High, and we will fulfill what is written of us. May the Most High Father Yahuwah, in the power and might of his set-apart Spirit, send and use his name. May he enrich us with the ability to see clearly, to hear without doubt, and respond with set-apart strength, unwaveringly to all that he has commanded of us in the coming of days. Belief or denial. Beware of those who erroneously present these positions, for some will take an erroneous position of belief because of misinterpretation or dull ears and clouded vision. Let us not deny what is set apart, and let us understand the error of denying the things that are true. Let us embrace belief as we discern what is indeed set apart and respond to the Spirit of Yahushua. In all that we are experiencing, again I say, unity comes for Yashar'al. Pray and watch. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, let us begin to ask questions and seek out what the Spirit of Yahushua is saying to us individually, through us, through his Spirit, through us one towards another. Let us come to recognize his chosen leaders and prepare ourselves for what is to come. Until next time, O Yashar'al, be encouraged. Our redemption draws near. The return, the physical return of Yahushua comes soon. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.